Hello and welcome to another episode of The Top Shelf with me, Shantanu D. I realize it's been a while since I've done a video. In fact, some of you very kindly reminded me that I should do another video and that you enjoy my videos, and I'm glad to hear that. So here I am on demand, as well as a little bit of guilt for not doing these videos. I really enjoy doing them and really enjoy sharing all of this hobby, passion, whatever you want to call it, obsession. Anyway, be that as it may, moving on. Today we have a very special pen. This is the Montblanc. And I've done a Mont Blanc before. That was a 145. This is now the 146, the Legrand Meisterstuck Mont Blanc 146. Let's take a closer look at this pen. Let's unbox it. I've unboxed it obviously before. I've had this pen for about almost 3 years now. I had a very enjoyable experience buying it. I'll share some photos with you in a while during the course of this video, of course. Anyway, enough of rambling. Let's get on with it. This is the pen box, usual Mont Blanc um, simple box. It comes with there's the box. This is an instruction manual. Now, this instruction manual is interesting. It says it's a service guide for writing instruments, Mont Blanc. And there you have a little bit of gumph about what all product lines Mont Blanc does. This is in various languages, how to take care of your pen, the world of Mont Blanc. There's a beautiful nib, um, slightly angled over here, very nice, sort of like the one that I have. Then moving on, you have more instructions, and here's the most interesting thing about this. Now, this, for all of those of you who are wondering what Mont Blanc nibs are like, they're fairly broad, I would say, on the whole. Um, this, of course, is the extra fine, and this is the fine, the medium, and of course, the oblique medium, the oblique broad, and the oblique double broad. So I think it's interesting that they have given instructions on how to, at what angle to keep this pen. If you have these nib sizes, at least that's what I gather from the pictorial illustrations over here. Instructions, I meant. That's of course because it's an oblique nib, slightly different way of writing, and that's the usual broad and the usual double broad, very marker like, very nice, and some more instructions on how to fill this pen because it's a piston filler. Anyway, there's more about other things, and I won't go on and on about that. But that's what it is. That's the service guide, writing instruments, Mont Blanc, black with a little bit of uh, foiling, I would say. Yeah, that's foiling. Very nice. And let's get to the box. Now, the box is again very simple, just like the outside was. The outside, of course, was a cream colored affair. This one is, as far as I can tell, it's black. Pardon any background noises if you can hear them. I'll try to take care of them during post, but in case they don't, sorry. Here we go. This is the box, and anticlimactic but boring. And that's where the pen sat. I'll show you the pen in a second. This is a bill that I got from a shop. Very nice shop it was. Wonderful gentleman who sold me this pen. And what does it look like? Let's take a closer look. There she is. It's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, especially here in India. It can get quite warm, but overall, I think it's held up pretty well for 3 years. Now, this is the Mont Blanc 146 Legrand Meisterstuck. Uh, there's the classic Mont Blanc logo symbol. You have one ring over here, which is attached. The clip is attached to that, very simple sort of clip over here. And in the middle, we have three golden bands, two thin ones, and between the two, you have the Mont Blanc detail. It says Mont Blanc Meisterstuck, Mont Blanc Meisterstuck. That's what it says. Moving on, you move down over here, and as you can see, this is a cigar-shaped pen, but there is a little bit of a taper over here. Moving on, you have a little gold uh, ring over here, and that, of course, is where the piston knob is as well. Uncapping this, let's take a closer look. When you uncap this pen, you have, I would say, a reasonably sized pen, and it's probably the size of, I would say, a Lamy 2000. In fact, let me just bring out a pen for comparison in my pen case over here. Which one do I take? Okay, we have a Sailor over here. We have a Pilot Elite or E95S, as some of you like to call it. And over here we have a Lamy Ion. And let me just do a quick size comparison for you, and then I'll get back to the pen. There we are. Let's bring it down. All right. So from left to right, we have the Pilot E95S. Then you have a Sailor regular Pro Gear. Then you have the Lamy Ion, and you have the Montblanc Meisterstuck. It's a little longer than the Lamy Ion. But that's simply because it's got the torpedo shape. If it was flat out like these two pens were, or this one for that matter, it might have been a little shorter and probably maybe the size of an ion. Getting back to this beauty, of course, opening it up, let's take a look at that nib. And of course, beautiful nib. That is a Montblanc 14 karat gold nib. This, of course, is an extra fine. So you can see the tip, it's pretty pointy. It's an extra fine, but still it's quite good. It's quite juicy, quite broad. And over here, the markings on it, of course, it says 4810 M for Mont Blanc, and it says EU 585, and it has some other hallmarking marks on it. Underneath, you have the feed, which is a plastic feed, a very bold and uh, fat sort of a feed, just like the nib. The grip section, nice, very nice. Strangely enough, a lot of you don't like to post pens, but even though this pen is large, I really like to post it because I find that there's a balance that comes with it. And otherwise, it can be quite light. It's quite a light pen, as a matter of fact. Over here, we have the piston knob. I'm not going to really operate that piston knob right now, but I do want to show you what this material looks like under a torch light. Let me just get a hold of my torch. And here we are with my torch. I actually wanted to show you, they say that, Montblanc pens with their special precious resin has how to identify it. It gives off this red tint from the cap and the barrel if we shine a torch through it. So let's try that. Watch out for your eyes. It's going to be might be bright. Okay, this is not easy to tell. There's ink in there. Okay, let's try the cap. There we can see. There, can you see? I don't know if you can see. Let me try it. Yeah, see that reddish spot there? The slight red hue. Let's try it this way. Yeah, there we go. It's much better. So generally this, they say, is a sign that, it's a genuine product. But I really don't know what the actual thing is. All I know is that I bought it from a place, a beautiful little place in Frankfurt, Germany, and I'll put up some pictures for you all to see of the shop. That's about it for the pen. I mean, I forgot about the grip section. The grip section is all right, maybe a little thick for me, but it's not uncomfortable by any stretch of the imagination. Let's take a look at the writing sample. Here we are. The writing sample is with the Nemosyne Maruman Notepad A5. Let's take a look at what we have over here. Reviewing the Montblanc 146 Le Grand. The paper, as I mentioned, Maruman. The nib, of course, is a 14K with an extra fine nib. It's a beautiful nib. Slight architect style, I think. I don't know much about that, but sometimes I get that feeling that it's sort of ground like an architect nib. The ink, of course, Noodler's Black, can't go wrong, and the ink capacity of this beautiful piston filler is a good amount. It's 1.4 liters. Here's a little scribble for you to see how this ink looks. Price anywhere between 70 to 75,000 rupees in India and about $875 to $900, depending on where you are outside India. The weight is 22 grams, which I think is really good. Excellent balance, especially as I mentioned when you post it. I think that this nib, not everybody goes for an extra fine on a 146. You don't see this very often. I find it to be perfectly fine. It's very comfortable to write with. And overall, a fairly understated pen if you discount the whole Montblanc logo thing. But it looks like a plain old pen, old-fashioned pen, I would say. And excellent for everyday use. So that's about it. Let's quickly take a look at how it performs on not so great paper. This is your regular copier or office paper, and I'm going to zoom in here for this writing sample a little bit. Yeah, hope that worked. And here we go. This is the Montblanc Meisterstuck, which means masterpiece. 146, also aka Le Grand or Le Grand, as some people I know say it. All right, and no skipping whatsoever. The S's are great. Downstrokes, side strokes, angular strokes. Everything is top notch, I have to say. Excellent. No problem whatsoever. And very juicy as well. I must say that this paper, not bad. Office paper, is sometimes good, sometimes not that good. But it suits the purpose of this review. And that brings us to the end. And please like, share, comment, urge me to do more videos. And thank you for your support over the years. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.